First try, 0 damage. Back in the chokehold with you. You can't arrest people who are suspects in a murder case. You have to prove that they're innocent right then and there. Mistaken arrests. It's not even a mistaken arrest. Like, if you arrest someone, you're not saying that they did it. What am I doing? Criticizing Phoenix Wright law. What am I doing? Not the culprit of this crime. You can't arrest quirky sidekicks with giant keys in their hair. Notice! It has been 5 ever. How are you? I haven't been streaming very much. I'm trying to get back into it. I kind of want to finish up this game because it's not the worst, but it's kind of not really doing it for me. We're gonna see if, like, usually the best case of a Phoenix Wright game is the last case. Usually. So we'll see if this pulls out a miracle and is great. So far I don't like it that much, but I'm still gonna finish it. I shall prove that K is not the Yatagarasu Kyo. Oh, spoilers! How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired, though. I kind of wanted to end the stream early and go take a nap before work, but that's only going to make things worse. Like, I really should just go to bed and, you know, sleep tomorrow morning, right? Show me what the prosecutors of this country are made of. All right. Which of these is the most suspicious? There was no one else in here with the body. Gnark! Even so, I'd still listen to blah blah blah. Well, I'm drinking, this has some caffeine in it, right? Is that a real thing? Phenylketonurics contains phenylalanine. Alright. Work has been alright. Last week, I had to work during the day and do, like, training to get a certification that I don't think I'm ever going to use, like, ever. ITIL certification. So that messed up my sleeping for a while. Yeah, phenylalanine. Sent a card saying, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. Furthermore, there are documents pertaining to some smuggling activity in this room. She obviously wanted to steal them, so she killed Mr. Cochin for the key. The logic is very sound. It might be just the opening I need. Alright, Edgeworth is hinting for me. But he still had the key, right? Or are we claiming that we found her, like, seconds after he was killed, so she didn't have time to? Claiming that Kay knew that a foreign country's embassy had such documents? Silence. If you are truly innocent, let's see some proof. Ah, he's talking so slow. Alright. It's my badge. No. It's got to be this. She shouldn't have known. Whatever. Whatever. It was the right answer. Since it was during the day, well, the worst part is that during day one of it, I had not actually slept. So by the end of the, it was like 3 8-hour sessions, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And on the first one, I hadn't slept at all when I went in, because I didn't even know I was going to it, kind of. So, I've mostly forgotten everything from it. It's really not even useful. It's like, okay, you know how, like, in any business, like in IT or in any other business, you have the people who are actually doing stuff with, like, servers, and then you have their managers, and then you have the people who hire the managers, and then you have another person up. It's for the people who are, like, up here, like 3 or 4 levels up from anyone who does actual work for their job.
I can't do it if you're watching. If you.
And there's Marstead with the host. or Jahan sneaking in and hosting me on Marstead's behalf.
Creepy.
Yeah, I got the piece of paper. I didn't even get the piece of paper. I just get an email that says you did it. You're allowed to put this on your resume now. But I really don't think I'm ever going to use it. And thank you, Jahan. All right, back to lawyering. Even if you claim that she is the killer and the Itagarasu, securing the smuggling documents is not the motive behind the murder. The key to the safe in this room was found on Mr. Cochin's body. Furthermore, they wouldn't be so stupid as to leave without the documents. Oof, she's a sweater too. By the simple fact that the documents were still in the safe when we looked, it's obvious that the killer's target was not the safe. Perhaps she didn't know he had the key on him. If that's the case, why would she have needed to kill him? Need. Reason. All this is simply conjecturing after the fact, right? She accidentally killed him, I'm sure. She accidentally stabbed him 4 times in the neck. Do you? Logged into a chat room and half listened to someone talk for half a day. See, I had to actually take an exam. They had me take an exam at the end. I saw her holding the knife. Okay. I forgot to mention it. I forgot to tell you that I'm an eyewitness to murder. During the little dramatic thing right there, all I could focus on was this bear holding a fish in its mouth. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. We somehow know that forensically, even though it's only been 7 seconds since he died. The knife with the butterfly handle was the murder weapon which the killer was holding. I assume she obtained it from the knife. No. The knife is part of a special 3-piece set which has a design like no other. There is no counter-argument. Cool. I know I haven't really made it to many Marstead streams since he started again, because I really usually only went to like watch Marstead for games that I was interested in, and he hasn't played all of the games that he's played since he came back. I've been like, I don't want to watch that. So I feel bad, but he also starts his stream like while I'm still asleep. I will certainly duck into his room now and then, but I have so many people to watch. I saw a suspicious person in a long black coat outside the embassy, I swear. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the lights, but then... Wasn't the building on fire? Da-da-da. I came to this room upon hearing the girl scream, and when I saw her holding the knife... How did she have the knife? Oh, was the knife not next to the body? It was on the floor, so she picked it up and then turned the lights on? Okay. We failed to find any one prints on it. Learn to English, please. ESL. The suspicious person who came in the room with the black coat came in before me. Where did they go? There it is. Oh, I have a Kana emote from Dyrus, but I don't remember what it like. I would need to pull up my chat. I'm using Chatty, so I can't just. I don't think it's just Dyrus. Oh no, wait, is it Dyrus Thump? There it is. I'm like, she's crying. It's probably Bible Thump. So it's Dyrus Thump. They're real big fans of this all of a sudden, putting the exclamation point at the beginning like it's a word. You can't do that. You can't do that in English either. Everybody in this game. Edgeworth, learn to speak English correctly. Don't say your exclamation point. I think I will do just that! We're Dragon Ball Z-ing now. Yeah, it is. Yeah, maybe. And it's possible. Okay. Talk to me. Yeah, see, there's an Alabastin set too. There's 3 of each. Go back. Go back. Wait, is that... What do I present, though? I guess it's this. No! She's throwing those dots. Wow. My only weakness, looking at a packet of documents. Ugh. We just said that's not true. The fact that it has a design like no other. We know that it does. There's another 3-piece set that has the same design and you can exchange the handles. But I don't have a way of saying that, do I? Alright, so it must be something else. The handle thing isn't going to... Arnig! Okay. I hate when they do that. He's like, I know what the answer is. Do they want, like, this would be really, really dumb if they wanted me to present this because you can see the knife in the background. I hope it's not that. Okay, it wasn't that. I was mistaken. Oh, because there's no blood on the handle. Alright, fine. A different handle was attached to the tang. The knife that Kay was holding had its handle switched and was in fact not the real murder weapon. Wait. The blade was, but the handle was not the real murder weapon. And now I shall expose the tang. Haha! Killer must have pulled the murder weapon out of the victim's body and proceeded to swipe the knife's original handle with the butterfly one. This is all to create the illusion that Mr. Cushing was killed with a butterfly-themed knife. We're playing my turnabout... That was cute. That was adorable. I love her hair. They should clear up any and all surrender. Yes. She's now not even a little bit suspicious. But I'm not done yet, Snake. It's possible that the girl herself was the one who switched the handles. Bacana! For what purpose would she do such a thing? Criminals are a cowardly, superstitious lot. Therefore, I wouldn't put anything past them, no matter how odd it might seem. Could not have been? What is this mark on here? Butterflies rest on flowers all the time to drink their sweet, sweet nectar. Would this butterfly really drink the nectar of this flower? The answer was clearly not a chance. With this? Is this it? Is this it? Oops. I don't have like a picture of the butterfly. Oh, okay. Wait. Is that information in the embassy guide? Because when I hit check, it just shows me a stupid map. But that information should be in the guide. It should be. Okay. They never do that. They never do that. They never have, like, if you have to present a piece of evidence, either the description or the, you know, the check button contains the information that's needed for the contradiction. They're breaking the rules of the Phoenix Wright universe now. This part of the knife handle has Babal's national symbol, the butterfly on it. It is undeniably Babadook in origin. You can't kill someone with just a knife handle. Well, not with that attitude. Oh, the key? Yeah, both symbols were on the... But, usually right in the text box. Because that's kind of what I like about the games, is even if you've forgotten... Even if you've forgotten something that was said... The correct answer is supposed to always be, like, right here in the text, or in the picture. And you really can't see any of that in here. It says, 2 countries share their buildings with borders, but there's nothing... Yeah, well, maybe they're just being nice and letting me present the guide. I don't know. Here we go. She has not been to the Everlastian side. Not a single person passed between the 2 countries during the fire. They could not. Right. Gumshoe with the whoop of victory. Franziska throwing the dots. I'm getting double dotted here.
Objection!
An alabastian knife. Here? I mean, how did this find its way to the Republic of Babal? Did it just find its way over? Rather, we should focus on how it was smuggled over. Smuggling. Yeah, throw out the NANI? The girl didn't commit the murder. However, she's still the Itagarasu. That's my way of the ninja. Okay. If we don't know, we won't know for sure, right? So we're thinking. No, I'm not even gonna try and figure the whole thing out yet. Not enough information. Did the sidekick get any powers? No, she has a hologram machine. She only used it twice, even though it's like basically magic. The MIBs. What is everyone saying? One. Happy birthday! I didn't know you knew all our birthdays. What a kind heart you have. More of a man than we'll ever be. Your younger brother's wife's younger brother. Alright, sure. I think this is some more Lost in Translation humor. Huh. Lang is, in general, a weird character. But like I said, it's a little weird and disappointing that we've had so many different characters following us around. Like, there's been such a cast of characters, many of them only for one... This isn't the same as, like, Edgeworth, where, like, he's in every single case, you know, in the first game. Or, like, Franziska, where she's in every single case in the second game. This is just some guy who was in case 3 and wasn't in 1 or 2 or 4, and now he's just showing back up. So we don't know him as well as we would if he was, like, the real antagonist of the whole game. And what's her name? Callisto. We only just met her in case 4, so if it turns out that she's, you know, like, the big bad that we're supposed to hit, we only know her from 2 cases. Yeah, but even then, even then, true, even though you were defending him in 4, he was still in it. It was still part of his, you know, growth as a character. By case 4, well, actually, also, 4 cases is short compared to, were all of the other ones 5? Yeah, I'm not even sure. I mean, case 1 had that 5th case, or game 1 had that 5th case that doesn't count. But especially where sidekicks are concerned, too. Because that's the other thing. Kay we've only had in 1 other case, too. She wasn't in case 1 or 2. We met her in 3. She was a child and practically a different character in case 4. And now she's back in case 5. Too many cooks might spoil the broth. Better do. Don't take this the wrong way, but I thought I was in charge of all this. He's not gonna let us in. We're going in anyway. Obviously. Was there a murder over there too? We had an incident. The hell is this? Oh, this is Alba. Okay, this is the ambassador. The guy at the head of the other place. It's Archer. 5 archers. Archer from Fate Zero? Or Fate whatever. Investigations conducted in my country have been under agent line. It is my judgment that in order to minimize disruption in the investigation, I should leave everything up to agent line. Get back in your country. This country is 120 people. Is it? It could be. Like she's blowing a raspberry? Like, That's you don't say rasp, and you don't put it in asterisks, and you don't put an exclamation point inside of your. You don't either. My God. Yes. Is she who I think she is? How am I supposed to answer that question? The whip lady. She didn't have a whip last time. She just had a riding crop or something. So we gotta talk to both of them and see what's up. So much progress in your investigation in such a short period of time. It's truly amazing. Oh, the guy murdered in the elevator. Alright. Why are there restrictions on the export of Babalese ink to begin with? Still classified. No. Don't you think it would be beneficial for you to just disregard, you know, information being classified? It's like you can just tell whoever you want. It's that easy. Oh, ink for printing currency. Okay. Impossible to distinguish in bills made with Babalese ink from real ones. He was charged with running the embassy's printing equipment. That's all the evidence I need. Because, you know, the printers that you use to print pamphlets and brochures are the same ones you use to print currency. This is gonna be so complicated, isn't it? Because, I mean, we're gonna, in addition to, you know, like, finding out who killed him, we're also going to break the entire smuggling ring wide open, and we're going to go back to case KG8 or whatever. Oh, I got some counterfeit bills. Very nice. I know they aren't. This is an acceptable running joke. The guy who is so into tourism that he's constantly making excuses to say, as a token of my gratitude, let me give you these coupons to travel to our country. Or not even to travel there, but coupons for restaurants in our country. Fountain pen ink? You can't freaking... We're just over this. You can't just give it to people. Is this a trap? We're getting framed, boys. Who's ready to go to jail for murder? Writing with our ink is an unforgettable experience because it turns into an explosion. It's like, I guarantee this will be the last experience of your life, because writing with the ink will make you die. Okay. That's what I wanted you to do anyway. Go away. Alright, well, there's the knives, and one of them obviously is going to have the wrong handle. Let's get that out of the way. Okay. What do you think you're doing? Larry. Larry. Of course. I just knew it. I'm in a really, real big pickle, your lordship. The raven, it appeared, poof, and then disappeared, swoosh. And though I am the steel samurai, my sword, it... I'm so confused, I don't know what anything means anymore. I am Larry of the House Butts, married man of Neo-Old Tokyo, milady. This person is one of your friends, isn't he, Miles? Yes, frighteningly enough, he is. What's up with that answer? He got you off the hook for murder. I accidentally became a suspect in a murder. Never change, Butts. Never change. I pretty much expected this news. From the instant I saw this unlucky face. His name is Larry Butts. I've known him since grade school, and for as long as I've known him, he has been the world's largest source of trouble with a capital T and orange text. He's wearing a spacesuit. Yeah, it's Kaito. Momoto Kaito. That was savage. Besides, you're... Wait, hold on. Larry, it was you. You're the one who wrote my Steel Samurai autograph. I even winked at you through my headpiece. What? Why is he upset? That's what I don't necessarily get. To Mr. Edgeworth, Steel Samurai Daddy, married man of Old Tokyo. Aha. So, this is the incident you mentioned earlier. This Osana Najimi of yours is our prime suspect. Of what, you ask? Only a murder? Mask to Mask 2. Alright, we're pulling everybody in. We've decided that there weren't enough likable characters from the new game, so we're pulling everybody from the old games now. Get in here. Oh. Well, at least it's not the first Mask to Mask. That would have been sad. Well, this is a fine kettle of fish. Larry's not the type to commit murder. The whole cast of characters. Fancy meeting you here, detective. I see you're still wearing the same clothes from 7 years ago. Ever since that day 7 years ago, I've chased after the Yatagarasu non-stop. I didn't even stop to get a new lollipop. I'm still eating the same one from 7 years ago. Hit me. About the murder of Damask 2. He was born looking suspicious, but not for the reasons you suspect, I assured you. It's not like he's actually under arrest. And that's when it happened. Those seats for the guests who had been called to sit in them were empty. A no-show? Until the speech was to begin, each member of the entire Steel Samurai family was to wait in a separate room. What? Why? For some weird reason, that man was spotted in a different location than his assigned room at that time. He was on the roof with one of his legs down a chimney. That chimney leads directly into this room. Urgh! Larry Butts. You really have done yourself this time. High time for me to start my investigation. Alright, so let's not dilly-dally at all. Let's find out how comfy this chair is. Two gorgeous flowers in full bloom here. Stink blossoms. What? Jotted down so I remember the name? Is that what he said? The vines are supported by stakes and are still growing. Why in the world would that matter? And can I look at the birds, please? No, I cannot look at the birds. Alright. Fireplace. This thief caused a lot of havoc on the populace. Separate from the Yatagarasu. I thought they were for a while because their MO and targets were different. High-value trinkets and jewels. Being gaudy is his signature. Gumshoe was in charge of that investigation, so he'd know more about Damask. What's in his hand? Is it a coupon? Piece of paper from a note. Alabaster Primadox statue. 5th floor ambassador's office. There's something written on the back as well. I'd like you to steal the Primadox statue in this room. Oh, that's right. The previous Mask to Mask was like told to do it. Somebody would send him instructions on going and stealing things. Under this mask, there is an idea. And ideas are bulletproof. Copycat using the name, a phony successor. Just another petty thief. ... Real identity ... is an out-of-work guy ... by the name of Shih-na? Like casino? Shih-na. Weird. We determined ... that this guy is the real Damask 2 ... Loss of blood from the back of his head. He was struck with something very hard. Were these guys killed in opposite embassies and then switched? It's a rather sweeping sword. What? Oh, Edgeworth. Hat? Not a single shred of fashion sense. At least I can appreciate the great effort he must have put into making it. You can buy this costume almost anywhere now. Is that everything, though? This looks like the same design as the cape that Kay wears. It's weird that that's not evidence. Already checked. Alright, we got everything. I think. Same statue, the Primadox. One of these two is a replica. Both of them claim to have the real thing. You know what? Now that you mention that, you're right, because I can like picture like it's not even from anything. Just I can picture a thief with that bag over their shoulder and it's got that design on it. Like not even from a particular anime or game or anything. Almost the same wall mount for the knives on the Beverly side. I can't see any details from this distance. Okay, so I'll back off. A crossbow, and under that, the less important weapons. Should match the blade that was used to kill him. Having the spear. Spear is quite the symbol of valor. Did I say anything about wanting one? What? That was weird. Oh, whoops. But one of them is going to be wrong. One of the knives is missing its blade entirely. Really now? Why are there no whips on display? They're not in the meta anymore. That's why. Alright, it is actually just about 10 o'clock, so I know I started pretty late today, but I will... Oof. Am I streaming tomorrow? I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. I do want to continue playing One Shot. I'm really interested in it, and it's probably not going to be a very long game if we're already in the second of what seems like only 3 or 4 areas. I don't know when I'm going to stream next. When I do, it'll be One Shot, though. And then after that, we'll come back to this some more. But thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I'm very glad to see everybody hanging out.